Hi, my name is Shahzad Siddiqui. Where we're going to talk about how Trino and DBT unleash many interoperability at Bazaar. Uh, our agenda is basically we're going to start off with telling us a bit about ourselves, about Bazaar, and then about Bazaar's data infrastructure and a problem statement and the solution which helped us solve a very major problem at Bazaar and helped us unlock a very optimized and reliable way of handling large sets of data. And followed by what's in store for us with Trino and DBT. Along with me are Siddique Ahmad and Usman Ghani, who are part of the data platform engineering team, who will help us understand the problem that we faced, and how DBT helped and Trino helped solve it. So a bit about Bazaar. Bazaar is started off as a B2B business, which helped solve a retail distribution problem and through technology. We are the largest digital platform for merchants in Pakistan with more than 400,000 businesses around 15 cities, and we partner with more than 400 suppliers. Bazaar has now grown into a larger set. We started off as a retail company, but now we are a larger set with Bazaar Retail, Bazaar Pro, Bazaar Industrial, where Bazaar Retail is grown into from a B2B to a B2C model, allowing consumers to get very retail priced items straight to their homes through the Bazaar application. Along with that, we have a Bazaar Pro department, which helps solve for HoReCa, hotels, restaurants, procuring supplies for them and offices and institutions, along with Bazaar Industrial, which helps solve for the export problem and export import problem and helps facilitate businesses through supplying and facilitating them. All of our technology is all of our sectors are powered by digital platform built in-house by Bazaar, um, be it fintech, be it supply chain, be it any other format where we're trying to solve for Pakistan's major market, which is around $150 billion market of retail and industrial combined. So I'll allow Sadiq Ahmed to take over and help us understand the data at Bazaar and the problem that we faced before we moved to Usman to how we ended up solving it.
Okay, thank you, Shahzad. We at Bazaar currently have different sources which have our like RDS and document DBs, multiple of RDS and multiple of our document DBs, and few of them have self-hosted databases. We have like MongoDB and as well as PostgreSQL, and some of our application data comes from the sheets, and also we consume a lot of events data which comes from different applications, and all this reside in our so-called data hub where we store in S3 we use Hive, Vinod, and Postgre BigQuery. And now next slide. Fine. If you see the diagram on the right, this diagram illustrates the component to component data movement from the silver to gold layer, which relies heavily on Spark job. It also highlights the additional Spark jobs are required for integrating data with various destinations, where we began encountering significant challenges. And before we adopted the Trino and DBT, we faced significant challenges in scaling and maintaining our data infrastructure. And let me explain these challenges before briefly. The first one is the compute resource challenge with Spark. We relied heavily on Spark for our data processing needs. While Spark is a powerful tool, its compute requirement often vary dramatically depending on the job size. This inconsistency led to high cost and underutilized resources for smaller jobs, while larger jobs often face bottlenecks or delays due to insufficient compute power. The next one is the fragmented maintenance across data product, and each data product we built require dedicated compute resources and separate maintenance workflows. This siloed approach resulted in a lot of duplication of efforts and increased complexity, as teams needed to independently manage this system. It was neither efficient nor scalable, especially as we grew. And the last one is that custom connector for downstream systems. And integrating with downstream systems added another layer of a complexity for each use case. We had to build custom connectors. This slowed down our development cycles and made interoperability between systems cumbersome. These challenges collectively highlighted the need for a more efficient, interoperable, and scalable solution. That's where Trino and DBT came into play, allowing us to address these issues comprehensively. Usman will explain that how shortly.
Thanks, Siddique. So, hello guys, I'm Usman, and I'll be covering the later part of it where I will be telling you more about why we are using DBT and Trino, how it fits our use case. So basically, DBT on one side is something that we are using as our transformation powerhouse. So it's not only something that's allowing us or enabling us in doing transformations with efficiency, but also enabling us in creating modular and reusable data products. So that ensures that our data transformations are efficient and maintainable. So DBT is one on one hand. On the other hand, Trino is, as we all know, it's a distributed SQL query engine that allow us to read data across different sources, regardless if those are homogeneous sources or heterogeneous sources. So we can use the power of Trino to read data without doing a lot of unnecessary data movements. So within the this diagram, you can see a lot of connectors that we have been using so far within Bazaar. So a lot of new use cases that arrives at Bazaar needs the integration with the existing data platform. That's where we have to put a lot of efforts before for for allowing our downstream use cases or making them enabled to use whatever the way they wanted to use. So for that particular reasons, if I just shed lights on a couple of connectors that we have been using so far. So one of them is, let's say, Google Sheets, where we have a lot of data movements to and fro on daily basis. That's the need of our customers and user base within our organization. So we have to write custom connectors. We have to maintain pipelines separately for doing that before. Similarly, if we talk about Postgres and BigQuery, especially, so we have a lot of dashboards that are running on Looker Studio. So in order to power those dashboards with our latest data, we have to write and maintain the pipeline separately for that particular use case. And then we have other use cases like OpenSearch, where user really wants to analyze the data on daily basis, what's going on and what's not. So in order to cater all of these, we were in a desperate need of having some sort of unified data platform where we don't have to maintain separate streamlines and put a lot of efforts in onboarding new use cases. So the key about this architecture is that we no longer needed to build and maintain individual connectors for every system. And since Trino provides a single interface for querying, that actually simplifies a lot of our workflows. Again, the DBT's ability to manage transformation is on the other hand. That means that we can maintain consistency and quality across all the data pipelines. So this setup not only streamlines our processes, but also positions us to handle future challenges as our data landscape evolves. So it empowers our team to focus on driving actionable insights rather than worrying more about the underlying technical complexities. So in the next slide, I will provide more details about the specific benefits that we are getting using this combination. So so before Trino, each data product required its own separate process with individual source code and compute requirements, something that Siddique mentioned in his presentation. So this was both inefficient and hard to scale. So Trino has allowed us to consolidate these various processes into single unified workflow. So this means we can now execute multiple data jobs using one consistent approach, reducing the operational complexity overall significantly. On the other hand, if we talk about the accelerated the job execution part, so Trino as a query engine is optimized for performance, and by leveraging its architecture, we have been able to execute queries faster. And regardless of the size, regardless of the complexity of the data, this has been particularly impactful for time-sensitive analytics tasks. On the other hand, one of the I would say standout feature of Trino is that it's a vibrant open source community, and the regular updates and new features have allowed us to continuously improve our platform without major investment in custom development. So, for example, recent community-driven enhancements have helped us better support incremental data processing, reducing the time and resources required for incremental data refreshes. Um, Another thing that we have got benefit from using this combination. So with Trino and DBT, we have adopted a modular approach to managing the data products. So this means that each data product can be developed, maintained, and scaled independently, enabling greater agility and easier troubleshooting. Not only that, it's always critical to have the transparency in any data platform. And using dbt alongside Trino, we have been able to implement robust data lineage tracking. So this actually allows our teams to trace every data point back to its source, understand all transformations applied, and ensure that the data is both accurate and reliable. So while DBD's testing framework and Trino's querying capabilities, so we have actually implemented automated data quality checks at every stage of our pipeline. So with the DBD's testing framework and Trino's querying capability, we have implemented automated data quality checks at every stage of our data pipeline. So this proactive approach has significantly reduced errors and improved the trustworthiness of our analytics. So, all in all, I would say that Trino at Bazaar is not just a tool for us, it's the engine that powers our data platform, and that's enabling scalability, efficiency, and trust in our data processes.
So, looking ahead, with Trino, what we're hoping on is utilizing Trino's ML platform with the new connectors that are coming in, and we're trying to experiment on that as well. We're hoping for a fast community development over that. We are also dabbling a bit on the Google Sheet side of it. We're going to try to contribute within the community. So currently, Google Sheet only allows to write on appended sheets only. What we're working on is on a full refresh materialization, which will allow the development of trackers of basic dashboards that are facilitated from the goal there. And the third thing that we're waiting on and hoping that the community we can work together with the community as well is on query caching. So this is not similar to the object caching, but the query cache similar to what in the Trino Fest this was discussed as one of the contributors we are waiting on to write a PR for. But I think that all in all, Trino is and I think for the foreseeable future will be one of the drivers that will help Bazaar go to the next level. And thank you to Starburst and Trino for their time to allow us to discuss on how Trino and DBT helped us unleash many interoperability at Bazaar. Thank you.